but we should be able to get through what we need to do today here. All right, so you should be able to join the Kahoot. So we're gonna do a little bit Kahoot questions. Now, keep in mind that this Kahoot is not all inclusive. Okay, I'm just highlighting some of the really key thing that you should not miss. And like always, the Kahoot question is very simplified. Recall, and you should dig in a little bit of the options and why if it is the choices are wrong or correct. And what else? Let me think. Wait a little bit. Yeah. All right. Oh, I want to mention in terms of the biologicals, I'll put both like brand and the chemical names on my questions. Um, and there are a lot of these new older biological or monoclonal antibodies have biosimilars, and I won't put any of those biosimilar names on there. We don't see it on my slides. You won't see it on my questions. That's the way it is. But I got 8. Maybe anyway. Oh yes, the last thing is that this Kahoot will be made available after we finish playing that. That's what I want to say. Okay, 2, 4. We're about approaching class time, so let's get started and not uh, delay further. Right, so not much of a sound there. Um, calcineurin inhibitors. So looking at the mechanisms of it, pharmacologies of it. Okay. All right. So pretty even split. So really read very carefully for calcineurin inhibitors and how they work. They bind to it like aminophilin, forming a complex, and that bind to calcineurin, right, and preventing the calcineurin doing its normal job, right? So, which is dephosphorylations of NFAT. So those sequence of events get it clear. Like you would probably remember something about NFAT, yeah, or something about phosphorylate. But remember what is doing the phosphorylation, what is preventing the dephosphorylation. So when you study calcineurin inhibitor, definitely get the calcineurin role, what it does normally, clear in your head first. Okay, so this is one of those newer psoriasis topical medication. Right, so yep, there are aryl hydrocarbon receptor, and the follow up would be, well, okay, it's binding to those receptor. What does it do? What what cells have those receptors, right? So those things are you want to link with it. Cyclophosphamide transformation. So okay. All right, 2d6 is the major. Now, both 2d6 and 3a4 participate in the first step of the cyclophosphamide transformation, but I want you to focus on the major enzyme, which is the 2d6. Okay, I highlighted, bolded that. I'm mentioning again. So, and there are a series of steps leading to an active compound. So do pay attention for the transformation of cyclophosphamide.
Dr. Hall.
Yeah.
In the slides, it says 2B6.
2b6, yeah. Well, sorry, yes, I typoed it on on that. So go with the slide. I'll fix that. Single thin one false. Okay. All right, cross the bubbling barrier. So I kind of switch it up. The word it's not upregulate, it's downregulate. It prevent lymphocyte from leaving. Okay, so um keep that in mind. All right.
I think the Dr. Hall, you're muted.
Dr. Hall, you're muted. They can't hear you.
Sorry, this all this technology is not very well. So IL-23 is not the major contributing factor, okay, for IBD development. So the idea is that you have to know those couple of those that I highlighted, the major factor, and link those with the some of the drugs that are available for the conditions. So I'll just tell you, this is the one of the drug for IBD. Like so, it's blocking migrations of T cells, all right, into the gut. All right, so that's if you want to refer to the slide or the last slide of the whole entire um, package. TNF alpha blocker. Like the last one, infliximab, and it has a lot of biosimilar these days. One of those, this is one TNF alpha blockers are one of the older drug classes, or should I say drug classes, older drug classes of biologicals. So they've been there here for a long time, relatively long time. So that's something you want to keep in mind and be able to recognize more readily. And asking you the immunological factors that are involved in the disease development. All right. So yes, IL-17 again, knowing the major factors that are involved and tie it to those biologicals that are targeting these immunological factor, things would make a lot more sense during study. So that's kind of like the follow up for that. All right, so that's just some type of memorization you have to do. So make some acronym, try to link those those together. Just a couple more, hang in there. I know we passed the time. Methotrexate. All right, reductase. So everybody should remember methotrexate. It's used in many different places. Okay, so keep that in mind. IL-12, 23 blockers.
Are you psoriasis? No.
All of them, yes, all of them.
Yes.
Adalimumab and Lister. Okay, so very even split SLE. So, not a whole lot of the map that has only like single indications, and this is one of those that are specific for um, SLE. So do keep that in mind, and also its target, has some tie to the brand name, so that makes it a little bit easier to link together the B lymphocyte simulator, right? Inhibit the B lymphocyte simulator, B list. So it's sort of it hide it under in the brand name. Again, so it's going back to cyclophosphamide. Like guanine, yes, guanine is being um, linked together, the two chain being cross-linked together. Then, notable features of these biological agents. All right, yes, the Sims, yeah, the only fab fragments there. It's also pegylated because it's small, it's quicker to clear from the body, so you pegylate it to increase half-life in the body. Prodrug. So there are more than one answer here, actually. All right, yeah, both. Methotrexate is not a prodrug. It looks so much like the substrate, so it acts directly. It actually have a higher binding to the enzyme than the substrate. So do keep in mind about these. All right, last one. This is for psoriasis. All right, yes, it's oral medication. So all these oral, the nip one, okay, do pay attention to those indications and mechanism of action. Yeah, I have. All right, SLERA is number 3, 2, girl, 1. All right, psoriasis, congratulations, psoriasis. That's the bigger topic there. All right. So I will be available tomorrow in my office for questions. I may have some meetings in between like 10 to 11. But I should, stop by, if you have more questions, definitely. So, okay. And email, and I'll make these Kahoot questions available after fixing some of the minor errors. Okay?
Thanks, Dr. Hong. Oh, wait, one sec. Jose.
Can you ask them about Monday availability?
Monday availability, Dr. Hong.
Monday availability. So you decided to take it on Tuesday, then I'll be available Monday, pretty much from like 12 on. I'll be available. Let me double check. Yeah. Yes. After 12, I'll be like from 12 to 5. Or, no, I'm all available.
I'll probably send out a vote
Now,
later.
if you take it on Monday, then of course that's another story.
Yeah. But be on the lookout for that. I'll send it through Canvas. Any other questions, guys? Sorry for the weird IT stuff. But thank you and
Thank
good
you.
luck. See you guys soon. Bye.